Hello to everybody watching and listening, and welcome to LEGO Rock Raiders, my second Let's Play. I'm betting nobody was expecting this game, but it has been something that I very much wanted to share with everybody else. So what is this game? It's a very old LEGO game. I think genre-wise it's a real-time strategy game, sort of compared to, as far as I can remember, Dungeon Keeper and similar. We are usually not really ordering around single units, we are more or less queuing tasks and making sure that our base is built up in time, that we counter whatever dangers the planet throws at us, and our rock raiders hopefully will escape with the energy crystals required or whatever other mission objectives we are given for a set mission. Story-wise, we will be accompanying the rock raiders aboard the LMS Explorer. They kind of had a bit of an unfortunate encounter with an asteroid field and a wormhole at the same time and have been stranded quite literally in another galaxy. Now, the ship itself can get them back home, but unfortunately, the energy crystals required, they are not really in storage right now. It's not hopeless though. Planet U is rich in energy crystals, and the LMS Explorer has all the machinery required to mine them, but we have to deal with quite a few dangers along the way. Starting with the teleporter aboard the ship itself, which is currently only running on emergency power and is not that reliable. It sometimes teleports our rock raiders pretty close, but not really exactly where we need them at. Also, we have to deal with the local wildlife, with cave-ins, with landslides, with harder rock layers where we have to use explosives or heavy vehicles. We have to deal with rivers and lava streams expanding. Sometimes the lava even starts eroding the very floor beneath our feet. And on top of that, some of the alien species on planet U are more or less sentient, and they eat energy crystals, so we might be in for a fight as well. Now that's about all for the game story right now, but I also wanted to give a bit of a personal backstory, because there is a specific reason why I chose this old game from 1999 to Let's Play it in 2023. And that is related to me absolutely loving the game back then. I played it over years. I think I want to say like maybe from the age of 7 to 15 or something like that. And the game was just amazing for me. I played the first few missions over and over and over and over again for hours and absolute hours, and enjoyed it a whole lot. But, well, I never got into the deeper layers of the planet, the later stages of the game, because at the time I was an absolute coward. I just couldn't handle losing. I absolutely hated losing. So I played only the missions that I was sure I could win for the most part, and once it got difficult, well, I was back in the earlier missions and just enjoying myself there. Then I kinda, moved to other games. I had a lot of games to enjoy at the time, and I did so thoroughly and kind of forgot about the game for years. And by the time that I craved it again and wanted to relive the old days, well, Windows just wasn't able to handle it anymore. I tried compatibility modes and everything I could think of at the time, but it just didn't want to work. So, for a couple more years, I was just involuntarily cut off from the game. I just couldn't play it anymore. But then about 2 years ago, I think at this point, I switched over almost entirely to Linux, and that means that I got introduced to Wine and Steam Proton. And I found out, with this apparently, that Wine and Steam Proton are just able to run old Windows better than, well, Windows itself, the modern systems at least. Now, there are a couple of bugs with Steam Play, and that is mostly related to translucent surfaces. It seems that they don't really work properly. They take, let's just say, somewhat unexpected colors. It seems that if two translucent surfaces are on screen, or rather are in the game at all, then both of them are colorized like the most recent translucent surface or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Might just be a bug with the graphics driver trying to run that old piece of software. Also, videos are a bit broken, but you won't really notice that, I hope. I'm just getting whatever this old-style TV testing picture is, but the game itself ships the video files raw, so I'm just able to take them and put them into the video that I'm rendering for you guys. So I didn't really know when which video file was being played, which means that I kind of made a bit of a list and sprinkled them here and there wherever it actually makes sense and seems to be roughly related to the mission itself. All of the other bugs, as far as I'm able to tell, they also were there on Windows 2000, so, well, whatever. It's just an old game. They didn't have rolling updates over the internet back then. Last thing that I want to mention, the recordings you guys are watching, they are, in most cases at least, not the first attempt at the missions, not even the later missions that I never got around to playing as a child. I did a previous attempt of, I think it was actually 2 attempts at Let's Playing this, but I really didn't like the footage recorded. I think I did a poor job overall. So I threw the recordings away and started anew. And I think this time it's good enough for me to put out there. I wanted to do this old game justice, and I wanted to show reliving the childhood dream to other people and hopefully have them enjoy it and not be bored out of their mind. So thank you for staying up to this point. It's time to start with the intro cutscene. Have fun!